Welcome back to part two of our Peter Masterson series. This is the True Crime Lounge podcast. I do have a Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter where you can find any updates on my channel or podcast. You can also find me. You can also go check out my merch shop or join my Patreon. Welcome back to part two of our Peter Masterson series. This is the True Crime Lounge podcast. I do have a Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter where you can find any updates on my channel or podcast. You can also find me. You can also go check out my merch shop or join my Patreon for episodes that are scheduled to come out. With that being said, why don't we dive into today's episode, shall we? But Masterson was charged with 3 counts of rape or fear. The LADA Jackie Lacey announced in June 2020, 3 years after he was first accused of sexual assault. The actor was arrested on June 17th and released later that day in on $3.3 million bail. His arraignment hearing was not set for September of that year and could face up to 45 years to life in a state prison if convicted. The DA's office declined to file charges for 2 of the 5 alleged assaults due to insufficient evidence and the statute of limitations. I really hate the statute of limitations on cases like this. Like like these women need their justice to be brought to them. Um, but Masterson was, however, accused of sexually assaulting 23-year-old woman between January and December of 2001, a 28-year-old woman of April 2003, and 23-year-old woman between October and December of 2003 in his home. His criminal defense attorney will go on to say that he is innocent. Of course, he has to say that. Okay, I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as I can. It's cases like this that really get to me. But in June 2020, a source that exclusively told us that Masterson had a robust defense prepared for being charged with 3 counts of rape. And it should be pointed out that the alleged victims are currently suing Danny for significant financial damages. The insider said, and Danny will not be accepting a plea deal, despite the pressure he will get to take one. So, in January 2021, Masterson will plead not guilty to all the rape charges against him. His attorney entered a plea of not guilty in all charges on behalf of him during the court. In May of 2021, a judge ordered Masterson to stand trial for his rape charges made against him, and all 3 women testified at the preliminary hearing when the judge ruled that prosecutors had enough evidence for the case to go to trial. Amid his legal issues, him and his wife listed their LA 5-bedroom home in August 2021 at for $6.9 million. The mansion sold 4 months later for $6.2 million. And a judge rejected Masterson's request for a variety of subpoenas in August 2021 after his legal team asked for information related to Remedy's anti-Scientologist TV show. In addition to anything that the church leader David Misgrave and his wife Shelley. His attorney would claim information would help investigations in the alleged inconsistencies of the accusing witness accounts at trial. The judge, however, called the request an overt attempt to obtain privileged information from the LAPD files and deny access to all. Now, in the appeals court in January 2022, that Masterson's accusers do not have to take their case to a religious arbitration panel run by the Church of Scientology after claiming a civil suit that Masterson and Mescovich all stalked and harassed him. In February 2022, the actor sought to have the criminal rape charges dismissed, and he was unsuccessful, and his trial will begin August 2022. Now, opening statements that will begin October 2022, and although the defense sought to have mentioned Scientology, Barred from the proceedings during a pretrial hearing, the request was denied. Um, Joshua Witter, a defense attorney and former LA County prosecutor, would say that try as Masterson's team tried to keep the evidence out, I think it's inevitable that it will become an element for the trial and the prosecution that will likely be used to benefit to explain their extremely long delay reporting these allegations to law enforcement. And according to the deadline, the first of Masterson's three accusers, whose name is not public, testified October 19th. Jane Doe number 1 alleged that the actor forcibly raped her in 2002. It said that she couldn't breathe during the assault and went unconscious. When she came to it, he was on top of her. In November 2022, a jury was unable to unanimously vote on the three charges Masterson faced, um, causing the jury to declare a mistrial. The case was retried in April of 2023. Now, his second trial date, and after the judge denied a defense request to dismiss the case in January 2023, a date, um, a date of April 17th was set for jury selection for the second trial. And Judge Charlene Amato said, at the time that it appears that there are many other witnesses and the people choose to call or different arguments the people will choose to make. A different outcome at a retrial is at least a possibility.